A mile off the Connecticut shore, perched on a jagged spine of stone, stands an elegant red brick mansion in the middle of the sea, New London Ledge Lighthouse. Built in 1909 to impress the wealthy families along the coast, and instead known for something they never expected, a haunting that never left. Welcome to Lighthouse Lore by the Last Lightkeepers, a collection of short stories born from the tragedies, hauntings, and mysteries of the world's loneliest lighthouses and coastal landscapes. Today's entry, Ernie. Even during its construction, something felt wrong. Workers heard footsteps behind them, tools shifted when no one touched them, and men swore someone else was in the room, though the tower was empty. But once the keepers moved in, the presence gained a name, Ernie. For decades, keepers and Coast Guardsmen blamed Ernie for the small impossibilities. Tools vanishing and reappearing, floors mysteriously scrubbed, brass polished overnight, doors opening on their own, a TV flicking on and off, and the foghorn blaring without cause. Even boats tied securely to the lighthouse would drift free. One morning, skeptical fishermen tied up for coffee laughed at the ghost stories and stepped outside to find their boat floating across the harbour. The rope had been cleanly cut. But who was Ernie? No one knows, and that's where the stories begin to split. The most famous tale comes from the 1930s, a lonely newlywed keeper, his young wife restless and drawn to passing sailors. One day she left a note. She'd run off with the captain of the Block Island ferry. Heartbroken, the keeper supposedly climbed the tower, slit his throat with a fishing knife, and fell 65 feet onto the rocks below. They say his spirit stayed behind and became Ernie. But no suicide was ever recorded. Which leaves us with a puzzle. If Ernie existed, why isn't he anywhere in the archives? Maybe because Ernie was never one man. This lighthouse has weathered storms, solitude, and generations of keepers, each leaving behind their own anxieties, longings, and unspoken fears. Perhaps Ernie is what lingers when enough of those emotions collect in one place. A presence shaped by silence, by responsibility, by the kind of loneliness only a lighthouse can hold. By the time the light was automated in 1987, those stationed here were exhausted by the pranks and voices in the dark. On the final day, a Coast Guardsman wrote in the logbook, "Rock of slow torture, Ernie's domain, hell on earth. May New London Ledge's light shine forever, because I'm through. I'll watch it from afar with a brew in hand." Today the tower stands empty, but boaters still say they see movement in the windows and feel tugging at their dock lines, as if someone unseen still patrols the decks. Whether Ernie was a heartbroken keeper, a forgotten soul, or simply the lighthouse itself refusing to sleep, one thing is certain: New London Ledge Light has never been alone. You've been listening to Lighthouse Lore. Every light casts a shadow, and in every shadow a story. For more stories, visit thelastlightkeepers.com.